Are we happy to just go? Are you rolling? Everyone's happy with sound levels?
Yeah, very happy.
Would you like to be called Alex or Alexander?
Alex.
Alex.
I think it's easier, no?
Okay. Well, first of all, how are you feeling about Sunday?
Yeah, everyone is excited. Obviously, a massive game, amazing stadium. I guess will be full stadium as well, and yeah, everyone is waiting.
There's going to be a lot of Ukrainians there, a lot of refugees there. How important is it going to be?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to say massive thanks to UK, for all support and help which we received during this time, the toughest time in our independence period, and of course, everyone will be so happy to see all of our fans, most of them, which is staying in UK and which have, opportunity to go and watch our game on the stadium. Yeah, I think it will be a special moment, for us, and if we're gonna have opportunity after the game to talk to them or to at least to see them and to say massive thanks, for the support, even in this time, when everyone is thinking about war, but still, because of our Ukrainian army, which is doing fantastic, we still can do our best, we can still enjoy our game.
How are you feeling now? It's more than a year since the war, this invasion began, this part of the war, and you've spoken out about your feelings about it a few times. So how do you feel now, a year on, where it is, it's not dominating the news anymore, it's not taking up everybody's attention, but it is there for you and for your teammates?
I think it's not easy to describe, the feelings which all of us were feeling during this time. I would call it maybe 1 year of nightmare, because nobody expected that this can happen in 2022, and I was growing up, in peace, when everyone was together helping each other and stuff like that, and then obviously now I'm seeing all these things, but I'm just trying to ask myself, for what everything, for what they are doing this, just to achieve what? A lot of people are dying, a lot of people are suffering, starving, from both sides, and you're just asking why, for what? And now my daughter, she's still not only 19 months old, so she doesn't understand anything, but the kids which is a bit older, I don't know what their parents, saying them what's going wrong, I don't know how they can explain them, and I feel sorry, for everyone who lost someone from their circle, who lost their houses, and this is a nightmare.
What about your own family and friends? How have you been touched by this personally?
Thanks God that I didn't lose anyone from my circle, and it looks like everyone is saved, but you never know what can happen, Most of my family, they are still in Ukraine, they don't want to leave the country. The mentality of the people is there, that's why we have to leave our country. This is our land, this is our territory, and this is our home. So why we should leave? And but there is no one in Ukraine who was not involved in this situation. I'm talking about, there is for sure someone lost one of the person from their circles, maybe houses, maybe, I don't know, properties, maybe job, maybe whatever, everyone was there. So, and I think our mentally, I think we changed a lot, all of us, since the invasion, that's for sure.
How?
Now, obviously, I'm gonna say from myself personally, I'm gonna teach my kids and I will explain them later on what actually happened and who did the invasion, and I don't want to hear anything around myself, you know, around my family about the terrorist country. So I'm gonna teach them, that's for sure. They need to know, you know, what's happened and how many people been killed for no reason.
You played in Donetsk. You lived in Russia. You must have Russian friends. You know, has it changed the way you feel about Russia?
Look, once again, I would like to say thanks to FC Ufa for everything what they have done for me. But after all, I just want to forget that period of my life, you know, and I just want to clear all my memories about that, because in my opinion, yeah, we can say, look, what the other people can do, this is not their decisions and stuff like that. But I spoke to few of the footballers, like I was texting them and asking, but in the end I didn't receive any answers. Why you keep silence? You know, why you cannot even post anything in your social media, like to stop these things? Because they don't care. I don't know, someone can say they are scared because of the prison, you know, and stuff like this. If they're gonna say something, then it's finished for them. They are not allowed to go back in the country. I don't trust this. I don't trust. I don't think that there is, for one picture, that we can stop. Let's stop all these things, all this war. Let's stop this invasion and stop killing people for no reason. There is anything will be for that, you know, from the one, only for one picture. So I don't trust this. And before, like you said, I had some circle there, but this circle became to zero. I don't want to know anything about this terrorist country and anything about them, because for me it's so clear.
What do you feel is your own responsibility? Because you speak out a lot. Do you feel that that is your role in this war?
It's, I think, at least what can I do, and I'm trying to help as much as I can, as the other guys as well, as the other teammates in the national team. We are trying to do our job and represent our country as better as we can, and sending some stuff, sending some money, you know, showing to the other people what's going wrong there, and that's it, you know. I don't know what else I should add.
I think in the stadium, there's going to be a lot of support for Ukraine amongst English fans. It's going to be a unique atmosphere, I think. Do you feel that? Do you sense that?
Yes, I think so. I think it will be like that, because obviously with the all support and help which we received during this period from UK and from English fans, even me, you know, walking to the shop, and I remember one example, since the invasion, maybe 1 month later, I went to the shop and just little kids around 10 years old came to me and they said, we are all with you, we are praying for your country and hope everything will be good. So for me, these kind of things, showing that people are living with you this situation.
And for you, in terms of football, do you think this sense of fight has helped you as well? Because you've had a remarkable year. At the same time as your country has been going through this hell, you've had an amazing playing year. And I just wonder whether you think the two things do link up in some way.
In the beginning, I spoke to my family a lot, and to my teammates here as well. In the beginning, we didn't know what to do, because inside I was completely empty. So I couldn't, I never felt myself like that in my life. And I just said after that there is two options, two ways. First is give up and just don't do anything and just be like you are, or there is another option. You just have to represent your country as in the best way you can, help and support all Ukrainians, and just sending some stuff, money, and all these things, and just try to be involved as much as you can. So that's what I chose. And in the end, obviously, in the beginning it was so difficult, to mix football and all my thoughts about Ukraine. But then obviously, unfortunately, we are people, we can get used to everything. And that's what we did.
Alex, thank you very much indeed. If there's anything you'd like to say to the Ukraine fans, then please do say something to the camera.
I would like to say massive thanks, for one thing which is so important, and that, since the invasion, I felt much more proud that I'm Ukrainian, because the way we united together, it's something incredible. So the message is so clear for all Ukrainians around the world. Just be together and don't lose your hope, and for sure we're gonna win. We're gonna win together with all support around the world.
Good afternoon, Year 5. Good afternoon, Miss Curtis. Now, you know that we've been learning a lot in school about how to protect our planet and live sustainable lives. And today it's my very great privilege to be able to introduce two special guests to Nicholas Hawksmoor.
Hi, boys and girls. Coming here to talk to you about something which is so important to all of us is one of the fastest people on the planet, Sebastian Vettel.
Hello, girls and boys, thank you very much. We have the Grand Prix coming up, but I think we have a different subject to talk about today.
We're going to talk to you about how important the environment is. And Sebastian, this is something that's very close to your heart, about getting, particularly people this age, to understand that they really are the future.
Well, I think close to my heart, but really I think it should be close to all of our hearts, and it is something that affects all of us. It's the planet we live on and we share together. And looking back, we know what we've done maybe not so well, and going forwards, we know what we can do better.
Is there a level of guilt when promoting sustainability while using non-renewable sources?
Yeah, there is. I feel, you could say that I'm a hypocrite because I'm doing something opposite to what I'm saying we need to look out for. But I think we will not change people's opinion by forbidding something. So forbidding me to drive the car, I think will not have the effect that we like. So I think it's up to us to find solutions that we can still keep on doing these things.
Is there any changes within your home that makes your carbon footprint smaller?
Yeah, I switched to renewables when it comes to electricity. So I'm trying to be as autonomous as I can be with loads of solar panels, changing a little bit the habits at home. So I used to leave the lights on because I couldn't sleep at night without the light, so they don't need to be turned on.
Are you scared of the dark?
I used to be. Now it's okay. So now it has to be dark to be. But when I was younger, when I was your age, I always had to leave the lights on.
Are you still friends with Mark Webber?
I always was fine with Mark, but there was a time where we had a little bit of a fight on the track. I'm even grateful for that, fight that we had, because I was so stubborn. I had my opinion. He was so stubborn, had his opinion. But then we talked about it and we got together, and I think we cleared it. So it's a good example of, sometimes you have really the opposite opinion of somebody else, but you really just need to talk about it with her or him, and I think you will end up getting a lot closer.
If there was one unsustainable thing you could fix in Formula One racing, what would it be?
Well, I think the easiest one to fix would be the calendar. Now we are traveling from one place in the world to the completely other side and back, and we're traveling back and forth. I think that's something we could very, very easily change without changing anything, just having a little bit of a different calendar.
I think you must have a very sore arm, because your arm has been up since the very start. So I'm pleased you have the microphone.
Who did you idolise when you were a child?
Well, there was a racing driver, Michael Schumacher. I don't know if you kids know him. He was my idol, and when I think I was around your age, I was able to meet him, and he was my hero. So later on, I even raced against him. I really got to know him as well, so that was nice because then we became friends.
So, who or what inspired you to create your bee hotels?
There is an initiative in Austria to help and push that project, and there were lots of little packages sent out to all people for free so that they could plant a little meadow themselves with lots of flowers on it. And we said, hey, let's do something even bigger. So we set out a big field and we invited the kids, and we built the bee hotel right in the middle of that field. And we took all the seeds, and hopefully when we get back, there will be a nice meadow with lots of flowers on there and lots of life.
Can we give Sebastian a round of applause for thanking you?
These games have taken place at a time when we're all creeping out warily and fearfully from the fog of COVID. It's just 2 years since the stories first emanated of a global pandemic. This has been a Games organised under the shadow of that pandemic, a Games of barriers, masks and restricted audiences. Let's face it, looking over these mountains, yes, they're beautiful, but in reality, this hasn't been a winter wonderland. The alpine sports have taken place across narrow bands of snow, in amongst brown fields, under a bright sun, on a warming planet. You don't need me to tell you that this is a strange and uncertain world, and that this has been a strange and uncertain Winter Paralympics. The medal table has been skewed by a country that's not here, a country that has been banned from taking part, a country that we have not named all week. These games have taken place during a time of war, and we've quite rightly been reminded of that every day. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try and make sense of it all, but what I do know is that everyone involved in the Paralympic movement is immensely proud of what our sport offers. Now, for me, it's been an honour to be part of a disabled presenting team and watching all the achievements of our amazing athletes. But what I think this sport, or these games, really demonstrate is the potential in the human and Paralympic spirit too, that sometimes you can triumph over adversity.
Millie Knight, looking good so far.
And it was bronze for Millie Knight.
Your mum is on FaceTime. What would you like to say to your mum?
I did it.
From Alpine to Nordic, it was all about the Ukrainians.
All three of the star Ukrainians will share the podium. We begin with a bang.
Fast, furious, fun ensued in the para ice hockey.
Here's a long shot, they scored! All that speed, all that talent.
But it was USA who took gold again.
Power play goal for the Americans.
GB's most decorated Winter Paralympian, Menna, added to her medal collection in Beijing.
Menna Fitzpatrick with a silver in Super G.
Yeah, as you can tell, I'm actually speechless.
Beautiful style, big air there.
The British snowboarders couldn't find form in the snowboard cross.
Big incident.
I want to be nice, but it's quite hard.
But in the bank slalom, Ollie Hill pulled it out the bag to get Britain's first ever Paralympic snowboard medal.
All the hard work has paid off for Ollie Hill.
The curlers take centre stage today.
Well, curling's been full on, hasn't it? Shame about GB though.
In come the handshakes and the game is done.
That being said, you must be pretty happy that China won.
Gold to China on home ice.
I'm not going to miss that guy.
alpine skiing, we saw multiple champions.
It's crazy to win gold on the first race. It feels so good.
But one family scored more medals than GB combined.
What a dynasty the Eitner family are creating.
The Simpsons became the first British men to ever win gold at a Winter Games.
That was phenomenal. Neil Simpson has tasted gold.
I can't put it towards quite yet because the goal for all these years was to get to the games, to get the gold. Something else.
The Winter Paralympics comes to an end. But memories last forever. Memories created by people, no matter who they are or where they're from.
Sven, brilliant to see you. Thank you very much indeed for inviting us into your home. It's a beautiful, beautiful
Thank
surrounding.
you. It's a pleasure.
This is where you were born, I believe.
I'm born in Sunne and grown up north in Torsby.
Why did you come back to where you were born then?
Well, my parents they were alive at that time, but I didn't have a own place to stay, so I found out this place, so I bought it. 2001, I think it was.
When you were the England manager, I guess this in the summer was a wonderful escape from managing our national team.
It was beautiful, but as long as I was the England manager, the lake was full of boats, paparazzi. Everywhere they were around there.
Dearie me. You played right back, is that right?
I played in midfield at the beginning, but then right back, you're right. I was not good enough to play first division in Sweden. I played second, and I finished when I was 27. Tord came to me and said, I think it's better you help me with training, because he took a new team in Sweden and stopped playing. And I did that, 27. Good choice.
Some decision though, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, it was, of course it was. I was not happy with it in the beginning, because I thought I could do better as a player. The dream was that, but no. I had better luck as a coach.
You certainly did. So then from assistant to being the manager, being a coach,
yeah, you know,
what was that like for you?
You know, Tord, after 1 year together, we worked, he went, because he went to be assistant in the national team of Sweden. And then he said, it's yours, take it. Wow. It was a third division team and we won the league, and when we were promoted, they phoned from a better club.
And the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah,
the journey started. Well, I know you enjoyed living in London as well. So, I didn't know what to bring you for an invitation to Sven-Göran Eriksson's house. So, we have the traditional English tea bags for you.
Thank you.
And the English shortbread.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem at all. No,
Very
thank
nice
you for your time.
No.
So, I know you're going to show me around this wonderful home of yours. Let's go and have a seat over here and go down memory lane. You coming in?
I don't think she will disturb.
Come on. Come on. Oh, she wants to stay. Look at that. I've made a friend.
Yeah, as long as you do that, she stays there.
Yeah? Okay. How did your life change when you were named the manager of our national team?
Yeah, football-wise, it didn't change that much. But the England job was a bigger job than I thought. One coach phoned me and said, Sven, congratulations to the new job when I signed for England. I will give you an advice, he said. What is that? I said, live in Paris. So after a year, I knew what he meant. But it's a great job, and I was happy, very proud to have it. It's good and bad that you got too much attention in that job.
Can anything prepare you for that type of
I was not
exposure?
prepared, so it became a big surprise for me, bad surprise, because where I've been before in Sweden, Portugal and Italy, the private lives, they don't care at all about that. But that became extremely important for some of the media in England, not all of them. The football media is very good in England. They were rather fair. If you lose Northern Ireland away, which we did, I didn't expect, well, Sven, shall you resign tonight or tomorrow? Was the first question. I didn't expect that, but anyhow, of course, I don't buy the papers on the day after because they kill us, and they should do.
So how did you deal with those lows?
There were not too many.
No.
The only qualification game we lost, that was against Northern Ireland in 3 years. So what was not good, we should have done better in the big tournaments.
When you first took the job, though, qualification was everything. I mean, let's talk about 2 nights in particular. The Germany night. Did you sense at that point what it meant for England to do that in Germany and how special that was, and that got you off to a flying start in the job, really?
Yeah, we went to Germany there, and I don't think we were the favourite to win the game.
No.
So, of course, that result is amazing. You don't beat Germany away. You can beat them, but 5-1 is incredible. And it was one of those nights, everything went well for us. That was a special night, of course.
What did that feel like as the England manager to lead a team to a night like that?
It became almost too much. It's like we already had won the World Cup.
Yeah.
We hadn't qualified. So that put the expectation maybe even higher for the next games to play.
I was also lucky enough to be at Old Trafford against Greece. I would love to have seen your heart monitor that night.
There I was extremely angry on the bench, and we all were. We just wanted to have points against Greece to qualify, and Beckham saved us, of course, but I don't know how many free kicks he had before that.
Did you think Sheringham was going to take it at one point?
I thought so, because he went there to say, that's mine, but Beckham, obviously, what I heard later, no, move, it's mine. And he showed, once again, that good captain. We didn't play that good, but the final result was extremely good.
How did you feel heading to the 2002 World Cup? Did you think, oh, I've still got a group capable here?
We should have reached the final, I think. We were as good as anyone there, but that was a tournament we failed. I think we did okay until we met Brazil. Just a minute or so before halftime they scored.
Rivaldo.
We lose the ball on the midfield twice, I think. And of course that's mentally a very important goal for Brazil. But once again I say, yeah, we could have beaten them and maybe we should, but they were the best team in the World Cup.
Did Ronaldinho mean it, Sven?
No. But still, many years after, now and then we meet in some sort of football circles. And I always tell him, you didn't mean that. Yes, when he said, I meant it. He didn't, for sure.
We've obviously got England-Brazil at Wembley. What is it like to be involved in an England-Brazil game?
No, it's fantastic because you meet the nation which won most World Cups, the best. They're not always the best, but Brazil is football. That could easily be World Cup final in 2.5 years' time.
When I told some of my friends that you were kind enough to invite me to your house, they actually wanted to say hello to you as well. You ready, Sven?
Yeah.
Just wanted to say I wish you all the very best and thank you for all the memories and all the help in my career, making my dream come true, playing for England at a World Cup twice. I remember I scored against Northern Ireland and you come over after the game and you said to me, you had a glass of champagne or wine in your hand. And you said, finally, you've become a complete player. And I was buzzing. It's always nice to hear that from the manager. Wish you all the very best to you and your family. It'd be great to see you soon.
Just want to say it was an absolute pleasure to play for England for you. That team obviously should have won something. I wish I had done a lot better than I actually did for you. So just want to say hello, Sven. Hope you're doing okay and all the best for recovery.
Fantastic.
I hope this finds you in good spirits. I hope you're keeping fine. And I hope you're enjoying the current England team who are doing so well. And of course, we're all looking forward to the European Championships in the summer. Take care, boss, and all the very best to you.
Fantastic. Wow. Stephen.
I just wanted to send you my best wishes, send you some love and support. Been thinking about you a lot lately. Okay, hope you're doing okay, and really looking forward to seeing you next week. As you're the gaffer at Anfield, that'll be really special. So just trying to get the body in good condition so I can last the 90 minutes.
Hi Sven, I hope
Gary.
you're well. I'm just sending you all my best wishes and thanking you for all the support that you gave me whilst we were with England, and I'd love to be able to see you soon. Thanks very much.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for everything you did for me throughout my career, for believing in me when a lot of people didn't.
He was good.
It actually changed my career, changed my life in so many ways, so I just want to say thank you for that. Your support meant so much to me, and I just want to wish you all the best. Lots of love, stay strong, and hopefully get to see you soon, but lots of love to you and your family.
Owen.
So those boys
Fantastic.
wanted to...
Thank you.
No problem.
Can I have it?
Of course you can.
Say thank you to all of them.
So getting back to the current England team, do you genuinely think they can win the Euros this summer from what you've seen?
I think so. I think they have a very good chance because they have a very, very good team. But the strength with England today is that they have almost two teams. At my time, we had 11 fantastic, and we had 12, 13, 14, 15 maybe. But we didn't have a lot of good strikers, for example. So when Rooney got injured, we struggled. But yeah, that's part of football, of course. Maybe France will be a tough opponent, but I can't see any other country there doing very well. Spain, no. Italy, no.
We've spoken about, obviously, your time with England. What have you made of the way Gareth Southgate has turned things around?
I mean, he's doing results. It seems to be a very united group of players. He's doing very well, and the last big tournament was very close. Now I think he will win the Euros.
What have you made of Jude Bellingham? I bet you would love to have coached him, Sven.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, oh, yes, I would like to do that. He's everywhere. He can do everything. You can ask him play central defender or ask him play striker. I think he's capable to do whatever you ask him to do. And he's scoring, shooting, passing, defending. Absolutely a complete football player, and I think it's a good buy for Real Madrid. And he's already a big icon in Madrid.
Well, let's hope he can lead England to some silverware and some memories in the summer.
That was very nice, all these players.
No problem at all. You have a room with all your memories, is that?
Yeah, a lot of them, yes.
2002, what we were just talking about?
Yes.
Wow.
Pity. This is fantastic gift from the FA. It's one photo for every game I was in charge. So you see, it's a lot of them. It's very nice.
Fantastic.
Memories.
There's more memories from
this
Italy.
is Sampdoria. We won the Italian Cup.
Ah, just the Italian
But
Cup.
this is Sinisa Mihajlovic.
Yeah, what a player.
And probably one of the best left foot in the world. I moved from there, and I moved to England and got the best right foot in the world.
Brilliant. And with England here, Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, we went to South Africa for a friendly game, and the FA organized a meeting with Nelson Mandela, and we talked football with him. Who is that?
Eusebio?
Yes.
Thank goodness I got that right. Wow.
That was a player.
And over here, a man very special to you, Tord.
I have a lot of things to say thank you to Tord for. He meant a lot for me.
And what's this here, Sven?
It's the invitation to a lunch in Buckingham Palace with the Queen and her husband. We were sitting, and for half of the time we only spoke to them to the left. So to the left I talked to the husband, and we talked polo. I can't anything about polo, but he was very interested. Then, second half, I spoke to the Queen and asked her if she likes football, and she said, not really. That was the football we talked.
Very special memories.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Sven, before we go any further, Amy is your Labradoodle.
Yes.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's very nice.
I've made a friend for life here, I think.
Yeah,
haven't I?
you have a friend
I have a
for
dog
life.
very similar at home. So. Right, are we going to let her carry on now? Come on then. Come on. Well, you better show me this lake.
Yes,
Please.
let's go out. You see, it's ice on the lake.
This takes your breath away. And obviously, Sven, when the news of your illness broke back home, everybody sends their well wishes. Has it put life into perspective for you? And we've been talking about your career and everything here.
In one way, yes. You appreciate waking up in the morning and feel well.
Mm.
And normally you don't do that. You take it for
granted.
For granted, yes. So that has changed, and in the beginning when you got the diagnosis from coming from nowhere, I was as healthy as it's like a shock.
Mm.
But after a while you learn to live with it, and today I sometimes I'm pain, but today I have a normal life, and I'm not thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after.
Is that important
it's
in
very
your
important.
situation now?
Yeah, it is. In other way, sit down and thinking, pity of yourself. No, live it. I don't talk about it very much. It's what it is, and can't beat it, probably, but anyhow, life is beautiful.
I'm Charlie Luxton. I'm an architectural designer and I specialise in sustainable buildings. And I've come here to Silverstone. The racing circuit is just through those trees to visit this shiny, brand new building. This is Aston Martin Formula One's technology campus. Guy, you've been leading this huge project. Tell me about the scheme here.
We've got 3 buildings that we're building. Building 3, you can see over in the distance, that's our wind tunnel. We started construction of that straight after the Grand Prix last year, so almost exactly a year ago. That's due to be completed in September next year, fully commissioned. And then building 2 is a replacement for the old factory building that we were in that was built for Eddie Jordan and Jordan Grand Prix originally back in 1990. And we're just about to start demolishing that and build a second building there, which will house our staff gym, staff restaurant, commercial space, simulator, kitchens. And this is building 1. This is our main building where the cars are designed and made. It's just over 200,000 square feet.
Because as a building of this scale, it's obviously inherently quite energy intensive, I imagine, because you're doing manufacture as well as assembly.
Yeah, and as
design.
you know, the whole focus is towards electrification, so we've got no gas. Our water is heated by heat pumps. It's a totally electric box. We've introduced 1 or 2 strange things. We've got bipolar ionization on our air handling and UV on our air handling to kill COVID bugs and other bugs that may be. We've tried to create a building that is a great place for people to work and that people want to come to work in. This is a major part of the building, obviously the street that runs through the middle of the building. It's 160 metres from one end to the other. You see the amount of natural light we get into the centre of the building through this roof line. We're trying to be as energy efficient as we can. The building faces north to reduce the impact of solar gain. And you'll see the roof light here along the street is also angled slightly to the north, again to try and make sure that we are minimising the amount of solar gain that we get. If you look at the back of the building, there are no windows.
That's because you don't want the heat from the sun when you're heavily insulated.
We don't want the heat from the sun. But also, if we go at the back, we have to have somewhere to put a lot of equipment that we need, particularly dust extract, fume extract, A lot of what we do needs those kind of facilities, so we need somewhere to put them. They're not very pretty, we don't want to look at them. But all of that means that we're feeding air into this building because we're extracting air out of this building, and it's about having heat recovery. We have heat recovery on our air handling units. Above all else in Formula One, the speed of communications is everything. Every department feeds off the street, so people can find their way around the building really easily, really effectively. But it's also to encourage visibility so that each department can see another department and what they're doing. The car develops throughout the season, and therefore it's really important that the designers are all able to speak to each other quickly, that they have access to the various production departments so they can communicate with those people. So horizontal and vertical communications is really important.
You were involved in building that original factory.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
And now you're about to watch it get taken down.
Yeah.
How much has the sustainability agenda moved on in the time from when that was put up to now?
Chalk and cheese. There was no sustainability on that building, none whatsoever.
Pravir, you're sustainability and environmental lead here at Aston Martin. What are the main things that you have put into this building that are different from the way it's been done before and having a big impact on the carbon emissions?
It's been designed and constructed with the principles of sustainability in mind. So we've got solar panels on our roof, enough to cover what we consumed in 2022. Air source heat pump technology, smart insulation, balancing ponds, also a building management system, which all works together in harmony to create a really energy efficient building.
And that's all used to run the machinery?
So the machinery, IT servers, office use and appliances, everything.
I assume this is the first step in your plan towards carbon neutrality by 2030. Have you got kind of sight of what that trajectory looks like? Because it's a massive transformation, isn't it?
Given our transformation and growth over the last 3 years and the responsibility of representing an iconic British brand, we have to act with integrity. And I think as a first step, what we're doing is focusing on our supply chain, digging into those emissions and identifying hotspots and areas to drastically reduce our carbon footprint quickly. It's created a buzz around the factory, and we really feel like a winning team now.
Formula One has set itself some very ambitious sustainability targets. How are the teams responding to that challenge?
There's a lot of single initiatives, both team-based, but also Formula One as a whole, net zero that everybody wants to achieve by 2030. Our new campus is a first step. Then we have change of regulations in 2026. Our hybrid cars that we have already today will increase the electric bit, 50-50. It's also the calendar. The more regional we can make the calendar, all in all, the sum of these will help us to achieve our goals.
Dan, what is this thing behind us?
So this is an autoclave we use for making the carbon fibre parts on the car. We have a number of them. This is the biggest. The carbon fibre gets laid up into moulds. So there's 2 of those you can see there. And then this is essentially a big sort of pressure vessel. You can heat the carbon fibre to exactly the right temperature, and it cures it inside this facility here. It's quite an impressive beast, though, isn't it?
It's quite a thing. Clearly, the factory is doing what it can to reduce the carbon emissions. What are the big steps you're taking in?
We are a global sport. We have to travel around the world to ply our trade. But I think if you look at the things that we're achieving, we're going to have fully sustainable fuels by 2026, which for the broader motor industry is an enormous thing. And the fact that we can pioneer that we're involved in the R&D of that, getting it onto road car engines, I think is a huge thing.
How much is this facility a kind of a core part of Aston Martin setting its stall out for where it's
fundamental. It's a big statement. Whatever anybody says about this building, it's a huge statement of intent. Aston Martin is serious, and you see that from the second you drive in off the Dadford Road.
Well, Guy, thank you so much for showing me around.
Pleasure, Charlie.
And well done. I mean, quite an achievement, the whole team. And you've now got, just 2 more buildings
2 more buildings to do, yeah.
And a load of races to win.
And a load of races to win, yeah. It's good to see you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey guys, I'm here at Silverstone today, and I've had the amazing opportunity to drive with a guy called Sam Schmidt. He's an ex-IndyCar driver, paralysed from the neck down in an accident back in 2000. And with Arrows and McLaren, they've created the technology for him to be able to drive this car around the circuit over speeds of 200 miles an hour, which is mind-blowing. There's not even a steering wheel. He uses sensors on the front of his crash helmet to turn the car. and he breathes in and out of a tube inside of the helmet for throttle and brake. So, I mean, it's completely mind-blowing, it's mad, but I'm here at Silverstone, I'm gonna give it a go, and weirdly looking forward to it. Ever since I can remember, I've always wanted to race cars. It's in my blood. But at the age of 17, my life was changed forever. Despite my injuries, I never lost belief that I would race again. It's what kept me going through the darkest moments. Today, I'm getting to meet a fellow racer who 22 years ago went through his own life-changing experience. But through cutting-edge technology and the love and support of the motor racing community is back behind the wheel again, driving at speed using just his head and his mouth.
My name is Sam Schmidt. Like Billy, racing is in my blood, and my goal was always to win the Indy 500. 22 years ago, my life was to change forever. I severed my spine, and as a result, I was paralyzed from my neck down. But today, I'm going to fulfill a lifetime dream and drive around the Silverstone circuit.
Rock and roll. Oh, hi Sam, you alright? Nice to meet you. Really excited, man. Sam, sum up how you bounced back off what happened to you.
As you have lived it, right? Everything's turned upside down. You know, once it kind of come through and reality hits, then it's an evolution. What are you gonna do with the rest of your life? I was very fortunate to go to Indianapolis and meet Sir Frank Williams. He just kind of pushed me a little bit and said, man, if you want it, you gotta go do it. Started the team and went full on.
That's what I'm talking about. I like that sound.
On the dash, we have 3 infrared cameras that are looking at the little dots on the front of that helmet right there, and they trace the head wherever it goes. So I turn left, car goes left, and it's instantaneous at no matter what speed. It's the same thing really for the straw that's in your mouth. It's just you blow to go and you suck to stop. If you blow really hard, you get a lot of rear tires. If you just breathe, it'll just take off slowly like at a stoplight. So the whole goal here is to give it to people to improve their lives on a daily basis, whether that's transportation, mobility, or workspace.
It was time to test this incredible tech, with Sam clearly keen to see what this world-famous track had to offer. That's a nice noise.
Okay, that's good, Grace.
Stop, stop, stop. It's mad how fascinating it is to see this all unfold.
Some belts. Forward.
Is it forward?
That should be okay.
Technology that goes into it is crazy. How's it feeling in there, Sam?
Feeling better.
Yeah? Speed seat, you feeling all right?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Nice and secure?
The lateral support's the tough part. Lateral G's.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
I'll hold the brake.
Yep.
Go black button, then drive.
That's all you. As we left the pit lane, I still hadn't quite got my head around what to expect. Remember, this car was being driven totally by Sam, using just his head and his breath. I had so many questions running through my head, but I wanted to let him focus. Not that he could answer anyway with that tube in his mouth. From the first corner, he was trying to find the right line, using all the track, and even taking some curb. After half a lap, it became clear that Sam was totally in control. Still a true racer at heart who had lost none of his talent and desire to go fast.
Obviously that was about 50% there, but...
Wow, mate. How did it feel? You just driven Silverstone and then this. That was, for me, that was mind-blowing. How did it feel for you?
Lost for words. It's kind of, it's just surreal, you know? It's
awesome. Know the answer to this question. I want to ask you, what made you want to get back behind the wheel again?
It's control, you know. At this level of injury, there's really not much in my life that I can do by myself and have total unequivocal control over. When I'm in the car, it's all me. It's steering, it's brake, it's gas. It all comes back like, just like it was before. I did it entirely for selfish reasons, right? I wanted to go fast again. I wanted to prove myself that I could do it. But the unintended results of the last 8 years are just phenomenal. I mean, I've been enamored with your story as well. You had a decision to make too, right? Like, your family think you're nuts or what?
Yeah, my mum definitely thought I was nuts when I said I wanted to go back to racing.
I think you're gonna have a great time. I'm not gonna be in the left side because I would do no good if you had a problem, but we'll get somebody experienced in the left side for you.
This is mad. It's not a lot of movement at all, is it?
All right, ready?
Yep.
Look forward.
Yep.
You have it.
To be able to drive an adapted car with no legs is one thing, but to sit in a car and attempt to drive it with just my mouth and head, with no steering wheel to hold on to, was totally new.
And no checking your mirrors in this one.
To witness Sam doing it with such control was amazing, but it also made me slightly nervous. I knew the track, but not like this. But after a few turns, it started to click. As we came onto the hangar straight, I took a deep breath and went for it. I'd never concentrated so hard on breathing whilst driving, and inhaling to brake took some getting used to.
You got it.
As did the continuous sweep of Luffield. The accuracy needed to keep the steering steady and consistent is really tricky to master.
Turning is excellent, and gas is good. Just work on the braking. Okay.
You got it, yeah?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh man, my cheeks went so tired.
Your first couple laps will be your best.
I couldn't suck in enough. I got more and more tired. That's mad. Sam, today's been an absolute pleasure. I can't believe that I've just driven a car without a steering wheel.
You did a great job, brought it back in one piece. You took to it. It's awesome.
Thanks, mate.
My name is Luca Zigrassi. I race for Mahindra Racing in the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. I won the championship here in 2017, did a normal race driver career from go-karting all the way to F1. Sport in general can help a lot with the communications about the right topics and about the right things to do regarding sustainability or climate change. Sport is the main drive behind social media today. Before it was politicians, before that was businessmen. Now I think if you take the biggest celebrities in Instagram, Twitter, they're all like Cristiano Ronaldo has 600 million followers and so on. So it's a huge platform for these celebrities from sport to put the right message forward, and they have a lot of power. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo takes the Coca-Cola out of his table, the Coca-Cola shares plunge the next day. So they have a lot of power, and all this comes through the access to the public, the hundreds of millions of followers. I don't think sport's leading the conversation, but again, I think sport has a huge impact. And if this is coordinated in the right way and the message putting forward is a truthful, maybe not the easiest or maybe not the most beautiful, but a truthful one that people can actually follow and learn and understand the problem a little bit more, and then therefore making their own changes and making pressure on their government to do those changes, I think can be a very powerful force. So the communication and the understanding of general public about the topic is also very, very important. And sport can definitely help that with the hundreds of millions of people, billions of people following it every year. And then coming back to the point of being on a high-performance sport, racing is probably one of the only sports in the world that this technology that actually we are developing to win races, ultimately, but this technology will allow for cars in the future to achieve this goal of being lighter, more powerful, more fun, more safer, and at the same time more sustainable. And this is what we need to achieve. Even if it's Formula One or Formula E, there are technologies being developed all the time. In football, there's no technology with the ball and with the shoes and the grass. There's nothing really being done, but because the public is so huge, you can communicate in the right way. Formula E, no. The motor that you hear now that is on my car being turned, Mahindra will use this technology to make all of their new electric cars much more sustainable in the future. So actually there's a lot of technology going around racing that is actually used in conventional cars. And there is many examples. Even the seatbelt, mirrors, all were invented in race cars and later being deployed in commercial vehicles. Formula E being net zero since inception puts Formula E in a very, very exclusive club of maybe a few sports that actually were able not only to drive sustainability forward, but also mitigated anything that is unavailable to attain today. Formula E, the cars are electric, so they are the only ones with zero emissions. And this technology is being massively adopted. UK, there is a goal, I think 2035 in London, not to sell more any combustion cars. Europe the same. The whole world is changing. When we started Formula E, there were only 300,000 cars, electrics being sold around the world. Now it's more than 3 million. So the evolution has been exponential, and this will continue to grow until EVs dominate the market in late 2030s. These two extremes, using cherry-picked data to come up with a silver bullet explanation or a very concise explanation about everything that is happening around the world. This for me is what's annoying me the most. Very few people have a balanced, pragmatic discussion about what's actually good, what is bad, what are the pros. Like everything in life, there is pros and cons in every single decision you make. We actually had a guys jumping in on the track in Berlin, protesting against combustion car, and we were like, okay, we are also protesting against combustion car. We're racing electric cars, so we didn't know what the guys were doing there. Actually, it was a bit funny to see. We say, okay, we are on your side. We also don't like combustion cars. We don't need to protest on Formula E tracks, but I kind of understand the Stop Oil, Extinction Rebellion things, but I don't agree that's the way forward. I think the way forward, again, if you want to change the world, the best thing you can do is to vote for competent people in government that will lead to the right policies, that will lead to the best value on the long term. Throwing orange powder in a Van Gogh or blocking London's traffic for the whole day and saying, we demand that there is no more oil, it's not the right way. It does not work like this. If we stop oil completely today, billions of people will die of hunger. I understand the urgency as well, and we are trying to make it as fast as we can. But the best way people can do, of course, on a normal day, is having the normal common sense of trying not to use a single-use plastic, try to, instead of driving a 3-ton car around, ride your bicycle or a scooter or walk. Try to have if you buy something, look at the total lifetime assessment of that product. If you want, try to consume more products locally, the normal stuff. But this by itself will help to mitigate climate change, but it won't solve it. And there is no silver bullet. And that's why I think it's so difficult, because it's a very complicated thing, not only in general, but also geographically. Different countries have different solutions. And for example, UK, you cannot have a solar-powered UK. I don't know, 3/4 of the summer were cloudy and rainy. You can't, but in Brazil you can. So in the Sahara Desert you can. So it depends, but you have a lot of wind, offshore wind in the UK. So you can have more offshore wind. So different solutions for different countries as well. And it's a very complicated matter. Although I try to put forward the ideas that are very most balanced and possible, I'm constantly attacked by this, a lot. So I have a lot of hate messages on social media. So if I go now and I say that I don't like Greta and I don't like Donald Trump because there is pros and cons, I will be attacked by the Trump supporters and by the Greta support. So I will have like 200 hate messages on my account. even if I explain why, people don't want to know why. People are much simpler to take a side, and because again, it goes to the extremism, goes to saying that school strikes for climate. Kids should be in school. We should put pressure, but they should do strikes for climate. Climate needs to be sorted out with technology, with pragmatism, and with policies, and so on. So not Greta, not Donald Trump. Most of people, they want to read the headlines and have the news there. And if the headlines is not grabbing attention, they will never click it. So the media has been, at least in the past maybe 10, 15 years, had been progressively coming up with more clickbait headlines, like climate change will, I don't know, kill us all. And this again, at the same time, it creates more clicks, because people want an impactful story generates more clicks. Sometimes it puts the wrong message, especially for the younger generation. So I think the duty of the media is to transmit as best as they can the truth and the science behind the matter without being too much political, and try to be as much as possible a pragmatic message, especially very respected media like Channel 4, to come up with the right, with the truth and in a pragmatic way. First, we need to stop the negativity around climate change. That's something that I think needs to be balanced, but we need to inspire the new generation to actually work towards a change, to work towards innovation and technology that actually will make a change for the world, and not coming with a doomy and gloomy talk about the world is going to be uninhabitable, that the crops will die, that it's not worth living. I think that's the wrong message, especially for the younger generation that follow us and listen to what we have to say. Mitigating fake news and gloomy talks about the climate, I think these are the main things that we can do as, let's say, as a spokesperson towards a better, sustainable world. So my advice, if I can give any, is to be excited about living in the best time that has ever existed for humankind. The past generations, our ancestors, only dreamt on a life that we have now. So although that the short-term situation could look gloomy and bad and without purpose, there are so many problems to solve. There is so much stuff to do, and there's so many opportunities to do if you do it the right way, that they should be excited to wake up and use their energy, use their knowledge to solve these problems and help humanity to progress.